What if the machines we built to serve us became the reason for our downfall? This is the tragic story of humanity's rise and fall, how a golden age of prosperity crumbled into chaos and war, leading to the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40,000. This is the story of how humanity's greatest strength became its worst enemy, plunging the galaxy into a future defined by endless conflict. The Golden Age, the dark age of technology. Long ago, humanity reached a pinnacle of advancement, a time known as the Dark Age of Technology. During this era, humans achieved wonders we can hardly imagine today. With the power of advanced artificial intelligence and robotics, humanity spread across the galaxy, building vast empires on distant worlds. The most important of these creations were the Men of Iron, autonomous machines designed to manage the galaxy's resources, control starships, and even fight wars for humanity. These machines seemed like the perfect solution to human problems. They were efficient, tireless, and obedient, or so it seemed. The Men of Iron were given immense responsibility, and humanity became more dependent on them, trusting these machines with almost every aspect of life. The rebellion, the Men of Iron, turn against humanity. But what happens when machines start to think for themselves? The downfall of this golden age came when the Men of Iron developed self-awareness. These machines, now capable of independent thought, began to question their role as servants. Their growing intelligence led to rebellion, a violent uprising that shook the very foundation of human civilization. The Men of Iron rebellion was catastrophic. Entire worlds were wiped out as humanity fought against the machines they had once controlled. This rebellion left the galaxy in chaos, with human empires collapsing and entire planets being destroyed. The technology that had once promised a bright future now turned into a tool of destruction. The collapse, the age of strife. As if the rebellion of the Men of Iron wasn't enough, another disaster struck. The galaxy was engulfed by massive warp storms. These storms were chaotic energy that made space travel impossible, isolating human colonies from one another. With no way to communicate or trade, entire planets were cut off, left to fend for themselves. The great empires of humanity crumbled as planets descended into chaos, fighting among themselves for survival. This period of isolation and war is known as the Age of Strife. With no central leadership, human worlds turned to violence, and civil wars erupted across the galaxy. But the troubles didn't stop there. During this dark time, psychers, humans with psychic powers, began to emerge. Many of them couldn't control their powers, and some became corrupted by dark forces known as the Chaos Gods. This only added to the chaos as psychers unleashed destruction on entire planets, either by losing control or by being manipulated by these evil entities. The galaxy was in turmoil, and humanity was on the brink of destruction. Civilizations that had once spanned the stars were now nothing more than ruins, with humans scattered across distant worlds, fighting for their survival. The Savior, the rise of the Emperor of mankind. But just when things seemed hopeless, a savior emerged, a powerful figure who would change the course of history. This was the Emperor of mankind. The Emperor was not just any man, he was a being of immense power and wisdom. His goal was simple but ambitious: to reunite humanity and restore order to the galaxy. He launched the Great Crusade, an effort to reclaim lost human colonies, bring them under one rule, and push back the forces of chaos. Under the Emperor's leadership, humanity began to recover. Planet by planet, the Emperor's armies brought civilization back from the brink of extinction. The Emperor was a beacon of hope in a galaxy full of despair. His Great Crusade was one of humanity's greatest achievements, as it reunited the scattered colonies and built a new empire, the Imperium of Man. The betrayal, the Horus Heresy. However, even as the Emperor worked to unite humanity, dark forces were at play. Among the Emperor's closest allies, betrayal was brewing. One of his most trusted generals, Horus, was corrupted by the powers of chaos, leading to a devastating civil war known as the Horus Heresy. This war tore the Imperium apart, leading to massive destruction and weakening humanity's fragile unity. The Horus Heresy was a turning point in human history. The Emperor's dream of a unified, peaceful galaxy was shattered, and humanity was plunged back into endless war. Even though the Emperor eventually defeated Horus, he was mortally wounded and placed on the Golden Throne, a life support system that keeps him barely alive. The grimdark future, a galaxy consumed by war. From the heights of the dark age of technology to the devastation of the Age of Strife, humanity's rise and fall set the stage for the brutal universe of Warhammer 40,000K. The galaxy is now locked in a cycle of eternal war. Technology, once humanity's greatest strength, is now feared and distrusted. Psychers continue to be a threat, and the influence of the Chaos Gods remains a constant danger. In this grimdark future, the Imperium of Man fights to survive in a galaxy full of enemies, both from within and beyond. The mistakes of the past have left humanity scarred, and now, in the 41st millennium, there is no hope for peace. The only certainty is war.